Being New Year's Eve, I wanted to pick out a verse for today that reflected just bringing up a new self. And so I picked Ephesians 4, verse 22 through 24, and it says, "To put off your old self, which belongs to your former manner of life and is corrupt through deceitful desires, and to be renewed in the spirit of your minds, and to put on the new self, created after the likeness of God in true righteousness and holiness." And so Paul calls us to strive to live a more Christ-like life. He tells us that believers are not they're not to be associated with their old same sinful practices or the sinful habits that we lived prior to coming to Christ. And sin is deceptive. It makes us think that something is good for us when it's actually harmful for us. And so we as believers, we have escaped that corruption of this world, the corruption that sin brings forth. And so we are instead called to walk in a manner of holiness that reflects the image of God. And so we as believers need to be salt and light to attract others to the glory of God. And so as you're reflecting on this time of, going into New Year, starting a new year, reflect on your new self that was made in the image of God and being born again and bringing that new self forward and leaving your old self behind, and also leaving those old sinful desires behind. And also just take a moment to ask God and say, are there any sinful habits that I am being deceived by that I think are good for me, but in reality are not and are damaging our relationship? And so as we go into this new year, just take some time to reflect on your relationship with God, and just pour out to Him and ask Him, how can we grow throughout this new year?